Let's go live to Cleveland. And Chris Haynes, who covers the Cavaliers and the NBA for Cleveland.com, he joins us now. Chris, where are you?
Now, I'm right at the start of the parade that's supposed to occur in about 35 minutes. I've never seen an atmosphere, an environment like this. People have been out here since midnight, just trying to park and get a decent spot. And it's crazy. The city is jam-packed right now.
How many people are they expecting?
Wow, I've heard anywhere close to 800,000 to possibly 1 million.
Oh, man. How would you describe the last 48 hours, though, to somebody on the outside looking in at Cleveland?
I think the feeling it's a surreal feeling. Some people just can't believe that it actually happened. You know, it's still that moment of awe. Particularly how the Cavaliers came back in the way they did it. This is something that this city and this region is not used to. They're not used to, overcoming the odds and coming out victorious. That's exactly what happened. They did it on the grandest stage in the most impossible way imaginable. And so I think this parade right here is finally going to allow people to kind of settle in and realize that this is reality right now.
I don't know if you've spoken to Richard Jefferson. We just had him on a half hour ago, and it doesn't sound like he's going to retire. He said that LeBron and teammates said you're crazy if you retire, and he said he's got second thoughts about retiring.
Oh, so he was just still in the moment of winning that title, huh? Well, yeah, I haven't spoken to him. Obviously, Richard Jefferson has game left in the tank. He was a big part of this team, during the latter part of the season. So I wouldn't be surprised, and especially I think once everybody gets a feel of this parade and going through these people, I will understand why he would have second thoughts.
When does LeBron address his future, Chris?
I think he'll stall it out. He has up until June the 29th to make his decision on if he's going to opt out or not. If you go by recent history, he's always waited up until the final day. I think he's just going to soak in this moment. The city of Akron is actually honoring him tomorrow, so I don't think he's going to address anything about his future, anytime soon.
But the fact that he won a championship, does that open it up that now he could go and play with Carmelo or Chris Paul or Dwayne, whatever he wants to do? The possibility of that happening, is it greater now because he did deliver a title?
That possibly could be the case there. I think if people feel like they don't owe the city anything anymore, he came back, he delivered in his second year of duty, in his second stint. So obviously, whatever he wants to do, I think he has to feel like, hey, he did his part. Do I think he's going to leave? I would be very surprised, Dan, if he were to leave. Just considering how this city and this team, is embracing him. But I wouldn't fault him. If he has other aspirations of playing in L.A. or going elsewhere, that's his own prerogative. But yeah, he did something that nobody has done in 52 years in this town. And that's deliver the city's first professional championship. So I can't fault him if he chooses to go elsewhere.
Even winning a championship doesn't seem to guarantee that Kevin Love will still be with his team. What is that scenario, or the possibility of that scenario?
Well, I think the Cavaliers really have to look at that. In today's game, the game is speeding up so fast, so quickly. Kevin Love, Golden State is just one of those teams that get out there and run. And, you can talk about stretch fours in this league now, how they've taken over the last 4 or 5 years. Mm-hmm. But now you're getting more to the stretch four, versatile fours, like Draymond Green, guys that can handle the ball and do other things. You see Indiana experimenting with that and trying to, play Paul George at the fourth spot. So Cleveland does have to look at that and say, hey, is this worth it? We're paying this guy $113 million. Is it worth it, or can we get a couple of guys on the cheap end that can do multiple things in different fashions and probably pair up more better with LeBron or Kyrie? So So the Cavaliers have to take a deep look at that. Yeah, I know right now they're going to just try and enjoy and soak in the celebrations, but they definitely have to look into it.
Hey, Chris, thanks for joining us. Have fun today. We appreciate your time.
Anytime, Dan. Take care, guys.
That's Chris Haynes, Cleveland Plain Dealer, Cavs reporter.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.